I've reached page 100 in The Trouble with Twins, and I am enjoying it so far. We've got the adventures of twin sisters, Henrietta and Arabella. They are, I think, about 10 or 12 years old. I don't remember them actually saying how old the girls are, but for being twins, they couldn't actually be more different. Arabella is sweet, charming, smiles, popular, favored by everyone, and just happy as can be, while Henrietta is gloomy and quiet, reserved, introverted, and as grumpy as an old professor. While the differences between the girls doesn't really seem to bother them, it does affect how everyone else treats them. And by the time the story gets rolling, you can begin to see how unhappy Henrietta really is with the favoritism that Arabella receives. They end up having a quarrel, which starts out very small, but as each girl is wounded by the other, they begin to extract little bits of meanness and vengeance against the other, widening a rift that had never existed between them. Then Henrietta decides she needs to take a larger action to avenge herself against her sister. And she makes one small, seemingly, mistake that can be rectified, but everyone so overreacts that they end up sending Henrietta away to live with her great aunt Priscilla, who is a recluse living in a scary old house with a bunch of black cats, and is grouchy and mean and forces Henrietta to make nasty fish head soup for dinner every night. As the girls are settling in to their new separate lives, they both have disturbing nightmares about what's going on with the other one, and Arabella decides that she is going to rescue her sister. So she runs away and is on an adventure from her village to the small village not too far away where Henrietta is now staying, and getting into trouble and starting to get dirty and doubt herself, and all of the shimmer and shine that was always surrounding her seems to be fading off of her as she is losing her confidence. Meanwhile, Henrietta is actually slowly gaining a little bit of confidence. She's gotten herself a job at the local bookshop, and she's even gained a little bit of Great Aunt Priscilla's trust and some well-meaning advice about how you should see yourself within the world. I don't know exactly how the girls are going to come together or how they're going to put their relationship and their family back together, but I have no doubt it will happen. The voice of the narrator is quirky and fun. There is definitely some dark humor involved. It kind of reminds me of Lemony Snicket a little bit. There are also black and white illustrations throughout that add a sense of surrealism and some hyperbole and I'm trying to think of the right word. Not uniqueness, but again, I think that dark humor that they're going for with the book. It's enjoyable. 8 to 10, maybe 12-year-old girls should really have a good time with it as we take a look at these two very different but perhaps very similar sisters and the trouble that one mistake causes, leading them out into two very unexpected adventures. Thanks for joining me on this little page 100 review. I hope you enjoy The Trouble with Twins if you have the fortune to pick it up someday. Thanks.